We will talk now about the Logos of Earth. I think people requested this because they didn't quite understand it. So I'll make it extremely simple. First of all, we know that man is a conglomeration of minerals. He is a physical structure in which lives something. We call that thing that lives within the physical structure of man the life force, or the life stream. This life stream has many aspects of being, not only one. It dwells in a mental world as well as a psychic and inspirational world at one and the same time, while it propels the physical structure of man through life in order to gain experience. We know in occult work that as it is below, or if you like on Earth, so it is above higher spheres. This Earth upon which we live is a living, a breathing being. It is a conglomeration of minerals which constitute its physical body, and something dwells within these minerals, and that is the life stream or life force of this Earth. It is that thing which gives the Earth life. You could refer to the life stream of man in one way as being the Logos of man. It wouldn't be quite a correct inference, because the term Logos in good occult books of course means something higher than a life stream of man. So now we have a little grasp as to what it is, just a fractional grasp. Let me say a few more words about it. Somewhere down the line, probably way back, many intelligences vibrating in the right way and in a balanced way came together, and after having experiences the like of which we know nothing of on the higher spheres, these intelligences were ready for an initiation which would bind them together in such a way that they could become a universe or a world. The Logos of this Earth is those intelligences, now amalgamated together as one single unit. The Logos of this Earth is a very highly advanced female, if you like, female from a magnetic point of view, very highly advanced super cosmic master, if you want. There's no other terms I can use. And it is in its position performing service. It allows mankind to go his small, tiny, apparently insignificant way through evolution in order so that he may gain service himself, so that he may gain enlightenment himself, so that he may gain a greater awareness himself, so that mankind upon the greater being might as well render a service, even as she is doing. It is said that the Logos or Logi of different planets are beings who have not taken the initiations which they were entitled to, or put it this way, not taken the places in evolution, which they were entitled to by the initiations they have undergone, but have come down a step. This seems to be to great subtlety. It's something missing in a Blavatsky's secret doctrine, in an Alice Bailey's works. It's something missing even in certain Hindu works. And yet it's the great subtlety, and I cannot understand why people like Blavatsky did not see this and did not fully appreciate it, because it would have made her work so much greater had she done so. The great subtlety is if you're allowed to live in a certain room after an initiation, you do not do so. You come back into the workroom as a much, much greater person, yes. It appears that it's the same with a world. Jesus, in one of the blessings, says, "Blessed are they who have cast their crowns down at the throne of God, as it were, and have gone on in service." In other words, beings who have been given a certain position, yet have come back into a more lowly position in order to be of service. The planet Saturn need not be in this solar system at all. It could have left this solar system as an intelligence millions of years ago, but it knew that if it did do, the life in this solar system would be held up a little more, because this solar system needed the help of Saturn, so it stayed to give this help, just as a man or woman would stay to help a church, for instance, even though they felt they wanted to go on to higher things. They might still say, well, I'm ready for these higher things, I've had the initiation to take me into higher places, but these people need my help. There are people on the world who do just that, and a planet is one of these things. This is the great subtlety of real, true evolution, and the mark of it too, by the way. So again, when we hear the term logos of earth, we will know that this is a living, breathing entity, or amalgamation of entities becoming one. That it has a very highly elevated position in the cosmic scheme of things, and that it is giving to us great service. Without it, where would we be? After the foolishness of mankind on Maldek, when they committed the greatest crime in the solar system, namely that of murdering a world, which you did. This particular earth, or this logos here, was the only one which could give man the experiences he needed. The others could not. So this one gave to man these experiences, or allowed its body to be used, I should say, while man gained these experiences. So that then is our position in this particular solar system. Tear down a few untruths now which are going about. Within the earth there is tremendous light and tremendous power. The flame of the Logos within the earth we could not approach because its light is too great for us. At the moment, that flame is kept beneath a bushel, as it were. As we know, with the cosmic initiation of Earth, there will come a time when gradually this flame will become more apparent, and the vibrations of all things on Earth will change and be stepped up so that the Earth can take its rightful place, or come towards its rightful place it'll make its next move on. A move which it could have made a long time ago, by the way, but didn't. I said inside the Earth there was great light. There's strange stories going around that inside the Earth there are terrible beings and so on. This cannot possibly be. How can the devil and so on live within the heart of the Earth where there is great light? I told you the other day how the myth of hell started and when it started, and I explained it in detail, and you can see now that it's a gradual culmination, one myth leading to another throughout the centuries until we have this ridiculous belief. Within the Earth there is a tremendous, vibrant light. Now let me say another thing. The Logos of this Earth does not communicate with man on Earth through any human agency. Some agencies are claiming this. They are false. Whatever names they have, they are false. The Logos of this Earth wouldn't have to communicate through a man or woman on this Earth. Possibly, if communication was needed, it could come through some chain system, such as through a cosmic master as a communication, and then he, in turn, passed the communication on, probably at a different time, probably 500 years from the time the communication came. Possibly this could happen. But there is not a man or woman in America who is among you who has had or is having communication from the Logos of this Earth. And that goes for the whole world. It is too great. 1 ounce of thought, one slight modicum of basic respect would show these people, these idiotic people, how foolish such a claim is. As a matter of fact, they're making greater claims than that. They're claiming to communicate with the sun, which is even the worst blasphemy I have ever heard. And I've heard something. Not even in the lower astral realms, my friends, would you hear blasphemy like that. Never have I seen a greater demonstration of ignorance in this existence. The Logos of this Earth is a thing of great and wondrous beauty beyond our wildest imaginings. And there will come a time when we will all see this beauty, when it will revert back to something of great light and something of great glory. She is, like all great beings, holding true light under a bushel, so that the lesser beings won't be burned up by it. If she was to vibrate in the way that she could vibrate, we would be scorched. We wouldn't be able to stand this. So, you will know now, I hope, that here is a wondrous being. You will never be out of the debt of this being, save, to quote one of the cosmic masters, save by divine cancellation. You might do well to think for a moment on these things. And it is good sometimes, I've advised people to do this before, and it's really worth it. Go out sometimes into the country districts alone. Absolutely alone. Or if you have anyone with you, well, let them be so understanding that they leave you alone and you leave them alone. And when you do, and you feel the vibration of nature all around you, when you can feel the very trees and feel the very flowers and so on, then send a true blessing in your own way, in your own words, entirely in your own words, to the Logos of this earth. And just wait. And I feel you will be filled with a vibration which you can physically feel. And this will help you through many, many things which are to come. It does exist, and in this way you can absolutely prove to yourself, which is the only good way of proof, by the way, and prove to yourself that it exists. And it is from the Logos of this earth that the violet flame does come. Where else can it come from? Nowhere. I think we should think about these things.